All glory unto the Most High Yah. Fear Yah and keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. All right, we're going to try this. We are driving to work, and I got something for you all, okay? Let's turn to Galatians 3. Galatians 3:24. Let's turn to Galatians 3:24. So it reads, wherefore the law was our schoolmaster. Okay, the law was our schoolmaster to bring us to Christ, that we might be justified by faith. All praises to the Most High. Okay, wherefore the law was our schoolmaster to bring us unto Christ, that we might be justified by faith. Okay, but after that faith is come, we are no longer under the schoolmaster. All praises to the Most High, right? So it's interesting because a lot of our brothers and sisters will actually use this to teach a lawless doctrine, to say, hey, we don't actually have to, we're not under the law. We're not under the schoolmaster. Why are you still keeping those commandments there? You know you don't have to do those things. Look what Paul says here in Galatians 3. It was our schoolmaster. After faith has come. So I have an analogy for you all real quick, okay? I have an analogy. Hear me out. Who here has played like football or any sport or any team sport? Any team sport. I used to play football, okay? Other sports it may not be this way, but we'll take football as an example. So in football, okay, let's just say, hey, I'm going to be a freshman in college. I'm going to Valley City State University. And I'm going to be a cornerback. But no, better yet, I'll be a running back. I'm going to be a running back at Valley City State University. Okay? The day one, okay, the moment I commit to my school, like, hey, this is the school I'm going to, okay, I'm choosing to be at Valley City State University. Or i.e., I'm choosing to be part of the Most High. I'm choosing to be with the house of Israel, okay? Let's just say that. Even though Messiah says, you did not choose me, but I chose you. Okay? Many are called, few are chosen. However, in this instance, you get to choose the school you want to go to, okay? Take that as the house of Israel. Valley City State is the house of Israel, okay? When you come to the house of Israel, when you come to your first school and you're a running back at Valley City State University, you're going to receive a playbook. You will receive a playbook. Like, here you are. These are all the plays. These are all the schemes. This is what you need to do in order to perform on the field to be successful. Okay? Hey, and depending on the school you're at, I guess, you're going to have more plays. But for this term, you have the Torah. You have the prophets. You have the Psalms. You have the Proverbs. In this instance of this schoolmaster here, okay? Because we have to keep in context that when Messiah was walking, they didn't have a New Testament. They only had the schoolmaster, okay? So I'm at training camp. I get my playbook. I get my scriptures, okay? Call it the Old Testament. I have the way to life, okay? As many people may not want to agree with that, the playbook is the scriptures, okay? The playbook is the scriptures. So as a freshman, okay, coming out of high school, not very mature. You see a lot of freshmen, they actually redshirt. Okay, a lot of freshmen redshirt. And what does it mean to redshirt? A redshirt means that, hey, you may not just be ready to go out there and perform. Okay, you may need some more development. You need to get stronger. You're not conditioned, or you don't know the playbook. You don't know the playbook. They recruited you because you were physically capable. You're redshirting because you're lacking in things. Okay, you redshirted because you're probably not strong enough. Okay, you redshirted because you're not conditioned. Or you redshirted because you don't know the plays. You don't know the schemes of the team. Do not know the plays of the Most High. Or you don't know the law, instructions, judgments, and commandments of the Most High just yet. Just yet. So let's just say, okay, boom. Let's just say I'm in training camp, 2.5, 3 weeks of I'm busting my tail, right? And I'm in the playbook, I'm studying, so then I know in practice what to do, okay? I know what to do because I've been practicing it. I've been reading it. I've been showing my, right? Study to show thyself approved unto the Most High, not to man, but unto the Most High, right? I'm watching film. And keep this in too. You know how the Most High is recording everything? The Most High knows all things. So when you get to these higher tempo schools, you watch film. You watch that practice. And you're studying to show thyself approved unto the Most High. It will be revealed during film. It will show if I've been stepping the right way. It will show that, hey, dude, you're lazy. Hey, dude, you didn't hit the right hole on this pro formation in 22 ISO, right? The film will show that. So the schoolmaster, the playbook is the schoolmaster, okay? But after I've ran, let's just say I'm a running back, I'm running 22 ISO. I've practiced it with the quarterback. I practiced it on 7-on-7 or 9-on-7, okay? There's going to be a point where I don't need to look at the playbook to run 22 ISO because I now know I'm not under that schoolmaster because I don't need to look at my playbook before I run 22 ISO. Okay, I got to go in this hole. All right, that guy's going to block this guy. Like, no, I already know what I need to do. I know what the fullback needs to do. I know what the center, the guard, the tackle need to do. So you're not under the schoolmaster because you've studied it. You studied the law, statutes, judgments, and commandments of that play, of that commandment, right? So this is what happens when you don't look at your playbook. You show up to a team, you get recruited. You did not choose me, but I chose you, right? You get recruited to a team, and the head coach expects you, hey, here's the playbook. Study it, learn it. The head coach is going to teach the plays, okay? The head coach being the Most High. And then you have the assistant coach, call that the Son of God. They're going to teach the plays. They're going to show you the plays. But you got to go home and study. You got to go home and work. You got to go home and watch your film to see, what did I do wrong? And you don't know what you did wrong while looking at film if you don't know the playbook. You don't know what transgression of the plays you've done if you've never looked at the playbook. Remember, sin is transgression of the law. So if I'm studying film, I'm like, oh, I gotta watch film. But the film is only as good as what the standard, what it needs to look like. And if I'm not looking at my playbook, then what am I really looking at? Am I really trying to play? Am I really trying to be on the team? It's a good question. So this is what happens, right? People that show up to training camp and don't study their playbook, they don't get to play. They'll probably redshirt that year. Or some people get so pissed off that they didn't get to play that they're so capable, like, well, I got it. Like, I'm better than he is. But bro, you don't know the plays. You're gonna be second, third string. And if you haven't been studying those plays, the Most High doesn't have trust in you. The head coach does not have trust that you're gonna make the right plays or make the right decisions. So we gotta study so that he can trust us that we know how to make the right moves during the play. If I never study my scriptures, how do I know? When it's 22 ISO, how do I know what to do? Oh, I've just been watching everyone else do what they've been doing on. Like, no, this is how we do it. This is how this team runs 22 ISO. I don't care what Jamestown College runs 22 ISO. The standard is the house of Israel, and this is how we run 22 ISO. And if you haven't looked at the scriptures, if you haven't looked at the playbook on how Israel runs 22 ISO, you're not gonna know what to do. Imagine this too. Say you go out there running 22 ISO. Let's just say you're a wide receiver. You're gonna be like, all right, son, you know the plays? No, I don't know what to do. It's like, okay, give me someone that does. And you know what? There's gonna be someone that's been busting their butt. They've been studying to show themselves approved unto the Most High. Right? The head coach will be like, man, this guy worked hard. He may not know the plays 100%, right? But this guy been studying. He's way more capable than this guy. He's going to start. He's going to play. And that's just what it is. So by faith, the faith is when I've practiced and I've studied, practiced and studied, that's my faith. I now know. I don't have to look at the scriptures now to run 22 ISO. I know exactly what I need to do, and that's faith. That is faith. Faith is not this, I don't know what I'm doing. Faith, there is a confidence to faith. There is confidence to faith. Faith is not just this blindness. No, faith means there is an expectation. I know at 22 ISO, this is what everyone has to do. And you know what? Here's the beauty of it too. Let's just say I'm a running back. Well, the running back may not know every single thing that everyone needs to do on every particular play. Okay? But there's certain people on that team that need to know exactly what everyone needs to do, i.e. the quarterback. The quarterback needs to know what the right tackle's doing, what the left tackle's doing. He needs to know what the fullback's doing, and he needs to know what the wide receivers are doing, right? So there's going to be people, and the quarterback is in a leadership position, typically the team captain. The quarterback needs to study even way more than everyone else, because he needs to know what the Levites are doing. He needs to know what the elders are doing. He needs to know what the prophets are doing. He needs to know everything. He needs to be overseeing all that. Okay? So in the body, not everyone's going to be the head like the quarterback. Not everyone can be. Someone's going to be the center. And that no one really likes to be the center because, okay, I get to snap the ball and then I got to get in contact with people every single play, you know, and get my concussions, my TBIs, and all that stuff, right? But there's a purpose. The play doesn't start unless the center snaps the ball. So there's a law to that play now, and it starts with that lowest, what people consider like the lowest glorified position. But bro, it starts there though. So all praises to the Most High. So study to show thyself approved, that the goal is to not be under the schoolmaster, right? But if I don't know the schoolmaster, I don't know the playbook, our faith is obedience, right? Our faith is the obedience unto the Most High and His ways. The goal is to not be under the schoolmaster. Like, I don't have to read Exodus 20 verse 8 to know that there's a Sabbath day, guys, and how to keep it holy, because I've been practicing that commandment now over and over and over again. Like, I know it exists. I know how to run it. I know to the best I understand it, how the Most High wants the Sabbath day to look. Okay, 6 days you labor and shall do all thy work, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Most High God. In it you shall do no work. You, nor your son, nor your daughter, nor your male servant, nor your maidservant, nor your cattle, nor thy stranger within thy gates. Set it apart. I didn't have to look at my scriptures to know what it says. I've studied it. I've read it. I've practiced it. Therefore, I'm not under that schoolmaster to know about the Sabbath day. Now, there's other things in the walk where, like, okay, I got to look at that a little bit more, right? So I'm still practicing. I'm still studying, showing thyself approved unto the Most High, so I can remain in the game. But if I'm choosing to be ignorant, if I'm choosing, oh, we don't have to do that, dude, you're not going to play in the game. You're not going to play. You're going to be on the bench and eventually probably removed from the team because not you, but that individual, that player doesn't want to study. That player doesn't want to be better. They're going to find someone else, right? The Most High is going to find someone else to replace that individual that actually wants to be part of the team. So Paul also says, I think it's in Timothy, but be in season and out of season. Okay? We have to be in season. When we're in season, we're studying. When we're out of season, we're studying. So then when we get to the thing, when we're actually out in the world, I don't have to like pull out my scriptures and talk to people. No, I already know it. I know it. Okay? A lot of people don't even want you to pull out the playbook, because then they find it like it's an offense, or it's what's the word? You're insulting their intelligence. Like, oh, what do you mean? I know the playbook. No, you don't, man. You don't know the playbook. And it's okay. It's okay not to know the playbook, especially as a freshman, especially as someone that's young in the faith, a child in the faith. Like, bro, if you're okay being like, I don't really know the playbook, hey, let me show you the playbook. This is the Most High's rules. This is what everyone needs to do. Are you on the team? Yay or nay? If you say yay, keep studying. If you're not on the team, then I guess you don't have to study. So all praises to the Most High. Hopefully that makes sense. So the schoolmaster thing is not preaching a lawless doctrine. In fact, it's actually showing people, hey, you need to study. So then you're not under the schoolmaster. It's like Paul's encouraging people. Yeah? If you want to stay on the team, get in your playbook. If you want to stay on the team, review the film. Know what we're doing wrong. Dang, man, I should have said this way different to this individual when I was talking with him. That's reviewing film. And you reckon that with the playbook. You reckon that with the Torah. You don't reckon that with your own opinion. You reckon that with what the Bible says. And the Bible is the playbook. Amen. It tells us the end from the beginning. It tells us the first and the last. So all praises unto Him. Fear Yah and keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. And until the next one, peace and blessings to you all. Shalom.